What does it mean to be an extraordinary coworker? The kind of person that people love working with, that inspires people to do their best work, that even when you're not feeling great, you want to show up because you don't want to let them down because you know that they wouldn't let you down. Well, in order to explain what that looks like for me, I need to talk about one of, or the best coworker I ever had, Chief Kurt Wells. Now, I met Chief Kurt, and we were called Chief because we worked at this wilderness therapy program that was for judicated youth. These were kids that would either go to juvie hall, which is basically prison for kids under 18 years old, or to this therapy program where they would live in the woods for 10 to 12 months, and we were their teacher, their educator, their parent, the one who made sure that they showered and brushed their teeth and went to bed on time, and we lived in the woods 24 hours a day with running water that was cold, and the only electricity that we had was our flashlights, and then we had kerosene lanterns for light at night. It was a rough environment to live in. And I struggled for the first 6 months, and I hated the job, and I thought about quitting every single day. And then I got moved into a group with Kurt. And Kurt had only been there for a couple months, but the way that he worked and the passion he worked with was addictive. He cared about these kids. He took time to learn about them. He always found something great in what they were doing. And it was inspiring to be around because he had this passion and this drive to really help them learn and grow, which is what we were there for. And then the other thing that Kurt did that made him an extraordinary coworker is his care for all the people he worked with. Now, we were mostly together by ourselves in this group, but we only got 48 hours off per week, 2 days, and that was it. And Kurt made sure that I always got off on my time off on time. He made sure that things were going the way that they needed to in the group. And before he went off on time off, he made sure that everything was handled so that I was taken care of. So it was easy when I was by myself, or as easy as it possibly could be when he was on his time off. And when he came back from time off, he would always stop at a gas station and get me a cup of coffee, and he would smuggle in a cookie because we weren't supposed to bring him in, but he'd always bring one in. And no matter when he was on time off and if he was on vacation, he'd always show up with that. And he always made sure that he took care of the people that he worked with. And that's what made him such an extraordinary coworker. And this picture right here is of us holding the totem pole, which was the award that was given to the most improved group. Because at one night when we were laying in our sleeping bags, freezing our tails off, we decided that we were going to be the most improved group. It was the coveted award at the camp that we were at, and we did everything to be able to get this award. We worked with our teams, and we got those kids, and they were so excited, and they were on board to be able to do it. And I later ended up losing that job. My boss actually saw that I needed to leave, and he finally fired me, and then asked me to stay on for another 2 months because they were low on staffing, and that's a whole nother story. But you know what? We never got that award. We came close to it a couple times, and the night that I was leaving the job, we snuck up into the chuck wagon, is where it was our dining hall, and we took this picture. We had somebody take this picture of it, and I made this, and I printed out, "To the best team ever. You're my man, Kurt. I know, and know I always have your back, Chief Chris." And to this day, we're still in touch. And Kurt is one of, or the best coworker that I've ever had, because he took the time to understand me, what I cared about. He showed his passion for the job, and no matter how hard it was, he put his 100% into the work he was doing every single day. And he put the 100% into caring for all of those people around him. He was not only a great coworker, he was a great friend and a mentor to me. And that's what made him an extraordinary coworker. So when you think about showing up for people, bring your passion into your work, even on those tough days. Come in and throw yourself into what you're doing, even if things aren't going great, because it will rub off on the people around you. And being the kind of person who does that will make you an extraordinary coworker. And if, as I'm sharing this, you thought of an extraordinary coworker you had in the past, then make sure you reach out to them and let them know the difference that they made in your life, because it may just make their day in the process. I'm Chris Littlefield from Beyond Thank You. Hope you found this video helpful. And if you did, hit like and subscribe and share it with one other person who you know make a difference for. Together, let's build cultures where people feel valued every day. Take care.